Hello.
All right then. 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Global Spec Racing. We are here at Paul Ricard in France for round 10 of Tier 3 Season 6. Joining me, Tier 2 8F1, once again in the commentary booth is Scar. How you doing, mate?
Hello. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
All good. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
For GSR, because we had another break week. Hope you guys had a lovely Easter. But we are now back then at the circuit Paul Ricard. It's been a little while since we have been here in GSR. I think the last time was season 5, I want to say.
Season 6.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, we didn't visit last year. Kaizen crossed the line. The tier 4 graduate, I should say, seemed far too quick for tier 4, and he now goes across the line. 30.7, but then Communist sets a 29.8, the avid qualifier of tier 3, and then King Boss goes into third on a 1 minute 30.8. Relatively spread out at the moment because these guys will be getting used to the track. Clarkson then 31.0, Mac then a 30.7. A lot of laps coming in. Riles then 30.1. Just thought we'd mention, ladies and gentlemen, Riles has an incredibly big lead now in the standings. Well, not like he did before, but it's more like 60 points now. And he has even better news, because Itshot will not be taking part in the next 2 races, and Itshot is his closest rival now. So it's even better news for Riles. But of course, he does have a hard-charging teammate, Ryan Ocon, and he is looking to gain second in the championship, which will basically mean Mercedes, if they're not already, are absolutely crushing the Tier 3 championship.
Yes. That's like 70. Yeah, Riles is 70 points ahead.
Yeah. It's mental. Just how much of a gap Riles has got at the front of the stands, and Merck arguably is even more pronounced. It's more like 80 points over Williams now.
Oh no,
but
yes.
yeah, yeah, Merck. They do have a very, very significant lead in the championship. Speaking of which, I'd better go through the combined constructors of from where did we go last? I can't remember, to be honest.
Spa.
Spa, that was the one, because it's been a while. Cross the line then because Alicio, 30.4, and we'll now go through the Spa combined constructors. So Mercedes, they nabbed it, my nose, by a single point. Actually, they scored 88 points, with McLaren just behind on 87, and then it was also very close between Red Bull and Williams. Red Bull outscoring the former by, I think it was about 3 points or something like that. Alpine then were next. They then had a very strong weekend in P5. I cannot remember the rest of the order. The only real change in the combined was Alpine jumping AlphaTauri for 8th. And then, because the latter, they just scored the least amount of points of 15. But the fact that that 15 points was the lowest score they had, just shows that the points were relatively evenly spread out in Spa. But of course, we now move on to Paul Ricard, and hopefully that trend will continue.
Alicia's on a flying. Alicia's on a flying nap now, coming up to the final corners. Let's see what kind of lap he can do. Currently 4th place, and as he crosses the line, remains 4th place.
Yep. Yeah, he lost about 2/10 of that final sector. Who is next then? Next is a Red Bull, I think. That'd be Woodsy, and he's not on the lap. He's just cutting every single chicane. Thrasher lost his front wing. Then we have a. I think that's that's Harry. He's the next one. He is also on the mediums, doing his trademark alternate strategy.
Harry is currently Riles' closest rival at the top of the standings. Very close up there, but it's currently Harry in second place in the driver's standings.
31-0. He now crosses the line with. I think behind is his teammate King Boss, and then it'll be Ryan, I believe. Yes, it will. Out the final corner across the American. Then Ryan has actually been on a really, really good streak. So can he continue that then? Here at Paul Ricard. Across the line he comes. Yes, P2. 30 dead. And once again beats his teammate. So Ryan, then, he is starting to hit his stride at the moment. Communist then is just starting his lap. We then have a Williams who is coming up to the final corner. That will be... Thrasher comes in. Then we have an Aston Martin. That would be Mackham. No, that is once again Alicia, but he also comes in. We have the other Williams, the Sam Steed. He's just starting his lap. Sam then is a rookie. Some of you guys may know him as he is Ryan's teammate in URS. That's how I know him personally. But Sam the Nick, he's now coming around the final corner to start his lap. Riles then is, I think he's just about to go for another one. Yes, he is. Is there anyone actually on a lap? Because it's not
King
Boss.
Like... King Boss, I believe, is on a relatively quick lap at the moment. His first lap after his out lap, fresh, soft tyres. Currently sits in 8th place, 0.8 of a second off the pace. As he'll be looking to improve. Let's see what he can do at the end of his first flying lap out of the pits here.
It's good.
And he goes fourth. 1:30.226, just 0.2 of a second off the pace now.
Purple final sector for King Boss there. So he's going well.
Aid, I can't read the purple text because I'm having a colourblind moment. What's the fastest lap at the moment?
Oh, Communist, he's just got even faster. 29.7 now.
Thank you.
For the Brit.
Purple text in that grey background is just invisible.
Sam Steven, the 49.6 in the middle sector. He is going seriously quickly. Of course, then he is a really, really quick driver in URS. So can he then get anywhere close to Communist?
Oh,
he comes. Yes. He gets it by just 15 thousandths of a second. Mightily impressive from Sam. It's not like I wasn't expecting it, but still, fabulous lap there from Sam. Oh god, my nose. Sorry viewers, I have just been recovering from a cold, so if I do sound sniffly, that's why.
I shall take over for a moment. So if you look down the order, we've got Sam Steed up top with that flying lap. 15 thousandths of a second ahead of Communist. Communist, I believe, is on another flying lap. No, he's not. He's coasting and is coming back into the pits. Ryan on there on his out lap, currently sitting in third, ahead of his teammate. Let's see what GSR Riles can do. And Riles goes second with 1:29.7. It's a nice lap from him. Goes straight back ahead of his teammate.
3 thousandths now between Sam and Riles.
Here comes Clarkson.
That is mightily close. Clarkson then.
Can't improve.
And he doesn't improve. Reptile's now good onto his lap as well. Good to see the Australian back. We then have another Williams. That's not Sam. That's the other one. That's Thrasher. Sorry. And he's now going on to his lap as well. Next up is an Alpine. That's Kai. He's just coming across the line. Kai now goes quickest. 29.5.
0.2 of a second up.
This definitely confirms he was too quick for tier 4. My God, Woodsy then with a 29.6. Very impressive stuff there from Woodsy. Is Riles then? Is he on another one? No, I don't think he is. No, he's not using any years. Ryan then is going for another one. God, they're close. I must say, they are incredibly close right now. The top 5 separated by just over 1.2 tenths. Tier 3 once again showing us just how close they are. Please stay with me, Nose. Alright, here comes Clarkson then now into the final corner. 50.1 in the middle sector. From the Brit, he gets a bit squirmy coming out in the final corner. Right up against the pit wall on the exit. Goes half a second. Is that? That's rain. That's rain.
That is rain.
So this could be crucial then, because Kai's then his lap could be safe, because if the track is too wet, then we're gonna have to see how well wet it gets. It's just like Spa. These guys have got to make sure that they get a good lap in. Otherwise they're not going to be able to transfer any more positions. Abra then, he spins out. The track is looking to get very wet very quickly here. So I reckon Ryan now comes out of the final corner. He's not really improving though. I don't think the American is going to improve. No, he's not. He's weaving across the line. I think that could be our grid then, unless Reptile can improve, which he can't. And Alpha Sparks can't improve either. Clarkson's not improving. Abra's not improving. Lizard also isn't improving. So I think that's our grid then, unless Communists can have any answer. Oh dear. Yeah. Communists down the wall. We have rain on our hands. So then it's Kai's then who takes his first tier 3 pole position ahead of Woodsy. I did not expect. I did not expect that. Lungs, please stay with me. I did not expect that from Woodsy, but it's a very impressive qualifier from him. Sam Steed then, a brilliant debut in 3rd with Riles in 4th. Communist only in 5th, which is very, very surprising. Ryan then is 6th, with 7th is Mac, 8th is King Boss, 9th is Alpha, 10th is Alicio, 11th is Title Sheet, 12th is Sam the Nick, 13th is Clarkson, 14th is Soren, 15th is Harry, 16th is Abra, 17th is Lizard, 18th is Thrasher, 19th is Mickey, and 20th and running off our grid is Reptile. But that is a mightily close grid. Oh no, Taishi's now been disqualified as well. That is a very interesting grid though.
Yes, very much so.
Second time tier 3 qualifying has been affected by rain. Will the race be the same, I wonder? How many viewers we got so far? 18, let's go. Not really really good viewership, guys. Make sure to keep it up. We might as well talk about the elephant in the room, as we now have pretty much no more action this session. F122. We don't really know what we're going to do yet, because of course there is 2 different versions of that for both the 1 and the Series X/S. Whether we split the league down the middle, or whether we just make the Series X guys also go on the 1 version, I have no idea. But that'll all be work in progress, and of course will be on our agenda leading up to what will be Season 9.
Of course, another development that we've seen today is that there will be cross-platform introduced with PS4 and Xbox One. Sorry, PS5 and Xbox One. So the next-gen consoles will have cross-platform play.
Yep, so that could potentially mean then we could have potentially some PlayStation players playing with our Xbox players, which would be a good thing. But however, that would then maybe alienate the Xbox One players, yes, which is something we don't want to do. So we'll have to see that. Oh, Sam the Nick, then he's retired for the session. Hopefully these guys will retire. It's just King Boss and Kai's just left now. And then we will get going then. Oh, for God's sake. Kai, can you just retire, please? So then we can get on with it.
So yeah,
reminds me today's qualifying session.
I see. I had a great advantage with today's qualifying session because I watched it on demand, so I could just fast forward through the red flags.
Oh god, yeah. There was so many. There was like 4 red flags. It got so boring at times. Here we go then. Oh, I don't know why Ryan and Communist are using the game chat.
So guys, we'll just run you through the grid quickly. Just to save Aide's voice. So we've got Kaj in first place in the Alpine with the best time of 1:29.5. Following him is Woodsy Meister in the Red Bull and Sam Steed in the Williams. Down from that we've got Riles Communist, who is often very good in qualifying, and then Ryan Ocon. Then we've got the first Aston Martin of Mac ahead of King Boss and Alpha Sparks. Elisio is down in 10th. Then preceding him, there is Sam the Nick in 11th, Clarkson in 12th, Dark Soren in 13th, and Harry down in 14th. Harry, obviously, the closest rival to Riles at the moment in the championship.
It's going to be interesting now to see how many positions Harry can gain, and whether it's a wet race or not. Nope, it's perfectly sunny, which is 24 viewers. Jesus Christ. Cheers, guys. Well, to be honest, we have started using Twitter again, so that's kind of a knock-on effect on that. But cheers, guys, nonetheless, for checking out our content. We really, really appreciate it. So then, we now get ready then for the first French Grand Prix on of GSR, and the only French Grand Prix on F1 2021. Who's going to win today? No one knows, because we have a very close grip. And although we've seen Communist is good at the start, he's not he's not the most consistent, to put it politely. So, but it's Kaj then who leads them away. It was a great qualifying from the Alpine boys and for the Mercedes boys.
So looking into the first lap then, going to the first corner, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Kaj has just been recently promoted up from Tier 4, so he'll be really looking to keep that lead into the first corner. Woodsy Meister, he's had a very positive qualifying, so he'll be wanting to carry that on into the race. Riles down in 4th, that'll be really interesting to watch. Riles obviously championship leader by a mile. If he can get into turn 1 ahead, that'll be a huge advantage for him. And once he's in the lead of the race, can't really see him dropping back from that.
No, but saying that, we do have some very quick drivers on the grid today. Of course, the top 5 was separated by literally 1.2 tenths, and I suspect Ryan, had he not have got caught out by the rain, would have probably been up there as well, because he was going for another one. He's been caught out twice by the rain now. Of course, in Spa it helped him, but at Paul Ricard not so much. So we'll have to see then what he can do then. Can he maybe get his 3rd podium in a row? But of course we'll have to find out then. They've still got 27 laps ahead of them. Who has the 1 lap pace and who has the race pace? Because of course Kaj showed in Spa, well, that was in Tier 4, that he had phenomenal race pace. However, can he keep that? Can he keep that run going? We will have to find out as they now round the final corner. Kaj just, yeah, he's left no prisoners there. He's taken off, and I think he's already in his grid position. Yep, he's just coming up there. So Kaj said he is wasting no time then. Now he locks into position with Woodsy alongside him, and then Sam and Riles just behind them. The drivers now lock into their positions, ready for round 10 of Tier 3, Season 6. Over halfway through the championship now. It's looking like it's going all Riles' way at the moment, but still, we still have 188 points, I think it is, on offer. So we'll have to wait and see then. 184, I'm not entirely sure, but here we go then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in France. It slides out of the way. Woodsy gets an absolutely horrendous start. Kaizen, he gets a great one, but Sam, he might have a go. going down in towards turn 1, but Woodsy then got an absolutely horrendous start. And comments to Ross spun. Ross has spun off the start, and he's all the way down. It's been a horrendous start for both Mercedes. 17th and 20th for them respectively, but it's Kaiju leads from Sam, from Communist, from Woodsy, from Alpha, from Sam, from the other Sam, from Mac, from Soren, from Alicia, from Harry. But what a disaster for both Mercedes.
Dark Soren then, 5-second penalty already, ignoring yellow flags. That's going to be a big hit to his first pit stop. Also, Red Raider 1831 in the Twitch chat. Who wants Riles to get beat just before it started? Well, Riles has spun, so your wish has come true, my friend.
That's Ryan. Just thought I'd say.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Now, Taishi and Soren going side by side through turn 10. And what a great move that is from Taishi. Round the outside there, and he's got that move done. Meanwhile, Sam and Nick then, I'll see their positions gained off the start. We got Communist then with it's an Alpine 1-2 at the moment, so they've had a tremendous start, I must say. So we had Communist up 3, Alpha Sparks then trying up the inside of his teammate.
As Mac comes into the pits.
Well.
Mac comes into the pits. Do you believe he has some sort of damage?
King Boss might as well, because he's also coming. Mac definitely does.
Yeah, Mac has changed his front wing.
Yeah, King Boss has as well. But Kaido already with the second lead at the moment. But Communist then he has got Sam Steed all over the back of him. So right now, Sam going very wide through turn 6, I think that is. And now onto the Mistral straight they go. Here comes Woodsy then. Up the inside, into the Mistral chicane. Does he go for it then? Into the Mistral chicane.
Lovely move.
What a move that is from
Absolutely
Woodsy round the outside. Brilliant stuff there from Woodsy into the Mistral chicane. And now onto Mistral 2, I'm just going to call it. And now into turn 10, Woodsy then, sorry, turn 11 I think that is. And Woodsy has made an absolutely phenomenal move there.
Woodsy, remember, he had a shocking start. Initially, dropped down quite a few places. Really impressive for him to gain these positions all the way back. Barely got off the line, in fact. Really hard to get back into third place where he is. All of those overtakes really impressive from Woodsy on the start here.
Yeah, I did. The funny thing is, I said to Alicia last week, I reckon Kaij could even be too quick for tier 3. And what are we seeing right now? He is absolutely bolting at the moment.
He's romping away in first place from Communist. 1.4 seconds already as Dark Soren gets another time penalty. 3 laps in, he's got 8 seconds worth of time penalties for ignoring yellow flags and now for multiple warnings. So not the best start few laps for Soren. He's in 9th currently. He has gained positions from the start, gained 4 positions. With that 8-second penalty, he's going to really struggle in the first phase of pit stops.
Woods getting on Communist then. Does he got the inside to the Mistral chicane? No. Not quite able to, but he's using all his on the exit. Does Woodsy now have a run into turn 11? Don't quite think so. Does he try to double right-hander turn 12? He almost hits him. Going through turn 12. Oh, he gets a penalty in the process though.
Oh, that's a shame.
So that's not going to help him. Oh, he hits him through 13. Woodsy's got to be careful. Now into 14 they go. We're into the final corner at 15. He's absolutely hounding the back of that Alpine, and Woodsy has got some serious pace. But here he comes, going for it, going for the overtake into turn 1 and 2. He's so close to the back, but decides to bail out of it. I think it's because Communist is using some of his but Communist does not get the best of exits through turn 2. And Samsey then is also right there. Meanwhile, we got a battle between Clarkson and Thrasher, but Clarkson gets the better of him.
This is just
Thrasher is
absolutely
on the hard.
unbelievably good defensive driving from Communist here. Just as I say that, he goes wide, and Woodsy has now
Yep, there we go.
But
here he comes.
Communist, all he did, making his car as wide as the Great Barrier Reef. That is unbelievable defensive driving from him.
And Woodsy's finally got him down into the Mistral chicane, and Woodsy is back up into second, and he will now go chasing after Cage. Oh, never mind, because Comis has now got to run round the outside at turn 11. Does he give it a go? Oh, there's been a bit of contact in the back. I think that was the Reptile. Yes, it was. Raz, meanwhile, is trying to gain back positions, as is Ryan. Thrasher then gets the penalty, but no one able to match Kaij at the moment.
Oh, and that's...
Oh, spin, Sam.
That is Sam the Nick off. He had a great start, Sam the Nick, on those medium tyres. Got up to 6th, I do believe, but he has spun in the 3rd sector, down to 14th.
Sam's in.
He is.
Sam Steed is in already. So he's going for a very early stop. Is he? No, he hasn't got damage. This is for genuine tyres. Is this for the hard?
No, it's not. Medium tyres are going on.
For the mediums. So he's doing a 2-stop today, I'm going to guess. And that now releases Woodsy, but of course he still has Communist all over the back. Same with Alpha Sparks. Must say this is a fabulous battle for second place.
Abra, or that F1 boy, really close to the back of Thrasher now. Thrasher with that 3-second time penalty, but just as Abra was going to overtake, picked up that 3-second time penalty for himself. Now both level, but as Communist picked up a time penalty himself, and here we go. Abra has now overtaken.
Communist has spun. Communist has been spun by, I'm gonna guess that was Woodsy.
Communist is off.
Communist has, yeah, and here comes the chasing pack now for 5th. Taishi now is all over the back of him, and this is not what Communist needs at all. And Taishi then he goes down the inside, but oh, he almost spins due to clout in the back of him. But I think he's all right. This now puts Red Bull in a great situation. Oh, Taishi going for it. Of course, Taishi is on the mediums. He is going for the alternate strategy. Alicio is also there. Same with Harry. Harry then is also making it work. Communist and Alicio now come in. So clearly the tyre wear is high around here, because they are not able to take the softs that long.
Further down the pack, I do believe Thrasher has had some issues. Lost quite a few places in Sector 2 just then. Straight line lost out to Abra and Riles. Might just be tyre wear. He's got plenty of ERS left and no front wing damage. So it looks like those tyres, despite the fact that he is on the hard tyre, we've got very high degradation, and it looks like that he is already struggling on those tyres.
Communist had wing damage, so that's even more woes for him, as he only just comes out of the pits now, and he is way down the order. That's not helped him at all. But Riles then, he's now going to go on Abra into the Mistral chicane. He's using absolutely every single ounce of his overtake, and he makes the overtake. He now is up into 8th place, and he is now going to go chasing after Clarkson. This has been a great recovery drive from Riles so far.
But here comes Abra back on him.
Will not stop there, but nope. I don't think Abra was going to go for it anyway, but does he try it into 12? Nope. And Riles has got that one, I believe. But of course, Abra, he is on the mediums. So, Riles has got to be careful, but he is gradually close up.
As the leader pits.
Kaij and Alpha Sparks do indeed pit, which now releases Woodsy into the lead.
Kaij is going onto the hard tyres. Interesting strategy choice from Kaij.
Okay.
He's gone onto the hard tyres, probably looking to take them to the end from here.
Yeah, most definitely. Whereas Alpha, I should say, he's on the means. Where are they in reference to Sam, actually?
So if we look down the order, Sam Steed is absolutely yonks ahead. So Alpha in relation to Sam Steed is 4 seconds. Sam Steed is off from Alpha. So it wasn't an amazing strategy call from Sam Steed, but in reality, he hasn't lost too much time.
Actually, Sam has lost so much time now. Oh, wait, is that Kite? No, that's Thrasher.
Sure.
Sorry, They have very similar colours, but saying that, Sam, he's lost so much time. He's now in the clutches of Alicia. Alicia wasn't anywhere near Sam. So I don't know. Did Sam have damage or something?
As Lizard goes off.
Spun at the Mistral chicane.
The place where Sam Steed is going to start to struggle in relation to Kaj and Sparks is towards the end of the stint on the mediums, especially with Sparks, because what we're going to see, Sparks 2 laps newer tyres, it's not that much of a difference, but as we're getting to the end of the stint, you're going to be seeing Sparks putting in significantly quicker lap times. Even if Sam Steed can gain up to the back of him towards the end of the stint, he's going to be struggling to keep up.
Okay, Woodsy's in now. So he now goes onto the mediums, leaving, I think, just the medium, no, actually not just the medium runners out there, because you've got Riles and Clarkson. They are still going, but Riles then he is actually gaining not as much on Clarkson as I thought he would, because he is defending from Abra. So Clarkson's got good pace on those softs, but Abra's got a great exit off turn 2, and he now tries it up the inside, but nope, not quite able to do so. Meanwhile, Taishi and Harry are still very close to one another. However, Harry does have a penalty, so that means right now Taishi is in the lead, with Soren just behind him. As Soren, does he now go for it? Does the German now go for it up the inside? Oh, side by side, and Soren's got that one. Nice move there from the German, but he gets a... No, he actually gets a much better exit, and Soren is through. Nice one there. Meanwhile, all of this allowing Clarkson to gain on them, but Soren has got some great pace right now, and he is now trying to gain on Harry, which I think he is ever so slightly.
Yes, he is.
Of course, Harry, he has more so I would expect that, but again, we'll just have to see.
Let's remember though, Soren of course has 8 seconds worth of penalty as opposed to Harry's 3.
I think Raz's tyres have gone off the cliff now. Yeah, they have. Oh, Clarkson gets 3 seconds as Raz now bails in, because he got absolutely eaten up by Abra and was almost overtaken by Reptile. So in comes Raz now. Oh, he's gone on the hards as well. So he reckons he can make that strategy work then, but he's of course a long way behind from the leaders. Kaj now is approaching on Mickey and Sam. Saying that, Harry has now gained a lot of time as Kaj round the outside of Mickey then.
A lovely move.
Oh yeah, it just means absolute mincemeat. Mincemeat of him. Taishi now has got back ahead of Soren. Going to the Mistral chicane, but he clumps the curb a bit. Soren seems to have good traction. And does he now have a go on Taishi? They're both using absolutely every single ounce of their battery. It's German versus Britain at the moment. Does Soren have a go now up the inside? Into 12, he's certainly going to give it a go. But Taishi defends that nicely, and Kaj now, he's up another position. He's now past Sam the Nick as well. And Kaj then, he is making absolute mincemeat of these guys. Carving his way through the field as Abra then gets a fantastic exit on Clarkson. Clarkson then, I don't know why he's trying to stay out, but Clarkson, he now comes in. He's probably going to try and get those tyres. He's probably going to try and get a set of hards to the end, I reckon. So where is kind in reference to the likes of Harry and Taishi? He's only 12 seconds behind them. Jesus Christ. All right. Yeah. Kai's dead at the moment. He is in the commanding form at the moment, and provided the fact he can get those tyres to the end, he's looking very good right now. And surprisingly, no safety car yet, which is always a good sign. And no retirements. So it's been a very, very clean race so far. Clearly, they most definitely did listen to my statement in the combined constructors chat, because right now it's been a very good race.
Yeah, and it's been great racing as well. As Dark Soren gets past Taishi in the battle.
Sparks also got past Sam. He's now trying to gain on Cage. As Soren gets past Taishi again, but of course all this is allowing Harry to get away, which he is doing to great effect at the moment. Yeah, Harry does have 3 seconds. Soren has 8, so Taishi is just about in the lead at the moment. However, of course, we know that Cage is in a pretty humongous lead at the moment. As who is that has gone off? That is...
Woodsy.
Is that Woodsy?
It is, it's Woodsy.
Oh dear. So Woodsy's made another mistake then. And he is now going down the order as Sam Steed then. He has now been passed by Alicio, and Alicio is now going on Thrasher. So I don't know what's happened to Sam really.
That's huge for Sam as well, because obviously Alicio is on newer tyres. Sam's going to really struggle to keep up with him now.
Yeah. Oh, Woodsy gets worse because he now gets another 3 seconds. Oh, does Sam have a go on Alicio into turn 3? Nope. But Thrasher then, he goes out wide, side by side between him and Lizard gets that one. Thrasher then, he gets gobbled up by Alicio as well. And is he just trying to get out of the way of these guys? He might be, because he gets absolutely gobbled up by them. The 2 McLarens fighting. Oh no, that's Reptile. He's facing backwards at the Mistral chicane. Could that have been contact between the 2 McLarens there? Because that now puts Cage up into 5th. So Kaizen, he's up in a very good position, and he hasn't even made a stop yet. Reptile he finally gets it flicked around. Does he have a puncher? I wouldn't imagine so, because he's on the mediums. Oh no, he's now got back up to speed. Alicio now gets a penalty. My voice.
Over half the grid now have a penalty. Only 8 drivers out on track. Currently clean so far.
Here comes Abra then on Taishi. Abra's now caught Taishi. What's happened to him actually? He's lost 6 seconds to Soren. So, when he gets a penalty as well. So, Cage is already on the back of these guys. Jesus Christ. But Sparks is staying with him, but of course he does have to make another stop. Oh, Sam Steed then and Woodsy going side by side. And Sam gets that. He gets both of them actually. He gets both Alicio and Woodsy. But does that leave him vulnerable then going down the Mistral straight? I think it does. And here comes Woodsy then to the inside. He's got hardly any errors. Sam then, he's got a bit, and does Woodsy, he gets that move back. But Sam then, he's crucially got past Alicio now. Reptile, he now gets a penalty. Oh, that's just another spin for Thrasher. Because now means Communist is also through on him. Lizard then tries it up the inside of Alicio, going into turn 11. Now, does Lizard have a go then, trying to go around the outside at turn 12? You're not going to get a move there done. And Harry now is finally in. Oh, he tries it. Oh, Taishi gets the 5 seconds for speed in the pits. So all the top 4 on the well, apart from Soren, pit for the for I'm going to guess the hard tyres. That means Cage will beat in a legit lead, but he is not alone. Sparks said he has managed to gain down the gap.
Yeah, looking at the tyre degradation we've seen so far, Soren's done a good job keeping those medium tyres in shape, and they don't actually seem to be too bad. Cage isn't gaining a huge amount on him. Those 12-lap hold mediums aren't doing Soren too bad of a job. Oh, and Thrasher is out. Thrasher has retired.
In the pits. Yeah.
Thrasher
Here comes Sparks then to the outside of Cage. side by side with the two leaders. Sparks then forces his way through. Oh, Kai gets a penalty because of that. And Sparks is now finally through, but of course he's legitimately a pit stop behind Kai. Oh, Kai hits him. Kaizen tries it back up the inside, going through turn 12.
Oh, and they touch.
Oh, they spun. Alpha Spark spins. As a result of that, that has not ended well for Sparks at all. And that now means that Kai, he's got a decent gap to him now. That now means the two Rebels are going to be right together, because Woodsy is now gaining, as is Sam. So now we have a great battle for third, but Kaizen is almost on his own. But will Kaizen get a penalty for that? Because I have no idea who's at fault. Oh, that is Mac who spun. Oh, he's reset to track as a 10-second penalty coming his way. I wrongly said it was race ban, but it's not. Don't worry.
So we are 14 laps in, which I believe, unless I'm very much mistaken, is halfway through. So with half the race gone, there is still half the race to go, and we're going to see some action, unless this is the action, which it is.
Yeah. So Sam then, he is now legitimately on the podium, but saying that, Harry, he's made a stop and he's already on the back of him. So if anything, this could be Harry's podium here, and this could be bad news for Riles. I've just realised this could be bad news for the championship leader. Riles then, does Ryan let him through? I think he does. Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Riles will get through on his teammate, and he now tries to go after the pack who are chasing Sparks right now. Sparks a far cry from the pace he was showing in Spa, but Soren's doing a fantastic job at the moment. Could Soren be trying to do? Oh, Sparks, he spun. Sparks has spun at 13.
Yes, he has.
It just gets worse for the Red Bull, and I put Sam Steen up into no, it's Steve up to third, and Sam up into fourth. Nice.
Doug Soren, still having not pitted, he is still pulling away from Card in second place. Obviously,
Communist gets Woodsy. Sorry, Communist gets Alicia. Sorry. And he's now up into sixth. Yeah, but Soren, he's got some fantastic pace at the moment, because he is keeping Kaij at bay, which I did not expect.
No, Soren is putting in some incredibly consistent laps as well.
Yeah. There's a reason why he's the tier 4 championship leader, and he is really going for it at the moment. He is showing everyone what he can do. Even Kaij, who of course he was up against in tier 4, who he beat by 0.04 of a second in Monza. So there's definitely a rivalry between these two.
Yes.
And right now they are showing very, very similar pace.
Right,
and
yeah, sorry for cutting out just now.
Soren's probably faster.
But so the last 5 laps from Soren have all been between a 35.5 and a 35.7. So it's just immense consistency from him.
Yeah, he is low on fuel though, which could be a problem. It could be a problem. However, Sam then, Communist is in for his second stop. So, he must go on to another set of meters. There's absolutely no way he can make hards to the end. No, soft, sorry.
And he is going on to another set of mediums.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, as I suspected. So he'd out. So where is he going to be in reference to these guys? Woodsy's out. Is that going to be our first safety car? Yes, it is. So, is that going to help Soren in any way? It could very well do. And if anything, this kind of ruins Kaij's strategy now, because now all of a sudden, all the guys behind him can pit onto mediums. Actually, my question is, if Soren has managed to take those tyres all that way, is he going to go soft to the end?
He may well do. And in fact, I could see him succeeding in that. Those softs, they don't last massively long, but he's proved that he's good at maintaining those tyres and keeping consistent lap times whilst he's got them. And once he has got them, I can't see him going too badly wrong. Obviously, that is a big, big ask, doing, what, 11 laps on a pair of soft tyres. But he is coming into the pits, yes. Let's see what tyre he goes on to.
Alright then, I might get on the Twitch chat actually, because I'm interested to see what you guys' reactions.
And Kaj is coming in as well.
Yeah, he is. I suspect they're all... No, Kaj is... He's going on the mediums. Soren is going on the softs, like I suspected. No, oh yes, serve a 5 second though. That's be a bit of a bummer for him. Oh, Kai just got wing damage. I didn't know that.
Neither did I. This is very interesting. That keeps Dark Soren in the lead, and it is going to leave Kaj going out behind him. No. But Taishi has not pitted.
He doesn't pit. Could Soren win this?
He could do. Yes, Taishi has just.
He could win this. However, right now the legitimate leader would actually be Sam, because he has no penalties.
Indeed, Sam does have no penalties. If we have a look at the penalties that they've all got. We've got Dark Soren with 3 seconds of penalties. Taishi, 8 seconds of penalties he's accumulated. That will be a big hit to him. Not only if he decides to pit again, but also at the end of the race in terms of position. Kaiju with a 3-second penalty. Got quite unlucky there with the battles he was having. And then Sam Steed with no penalties. One of only 4 drivers left, including Ryan Ocon, GSR Riles, and JRO Lizard, who have not obtained a penalty so far this race.
This could honestly be Soren's race to lose right now, because he's doing everything. He's doing everything to potentially win this race.
Taking those tyres 11 laps would be a huge ask, but I do think he can do it.
However, he took a set of mediums 16.
He did.
And he was keeping up with Kaj.
Yes.
So, I reckon he could.
Kaiju, remember, did have wing damage though.
True, very true. I don't know where he got that from, to be honest.
It was very close just there between Sam Steed and Kaj. Just following on from what you were just saying, Aid, the wing damage would have been from where he made contact with Alpha Sparks at the turn 10.
Okay, so.
Sorry, turn 12.
What is Kaj's pace to be like that? Because Soren has the tyre advantage.
Yes.
A heavy one at that. So, I have to see then. As is Lizard, as is Harry. Them 3 and Alicia and the other Sam and Reptile, but Reptile's in Ghost. I don't know why. Has he left? He might have. I'll have a check.
So something that would be interesting to see on the restart is whether Kaiju will be able to jump Taishi. Taishi on slightly older tyres, only 4 laps old. Kaiju really want to get past him so we can start challenging Soren. If Taishi holds Kaiju up for too long, Soren can romp away to a comfortable lead. So really what he wants to do, Kaiju straight past Taishi before the first corner after the safety car restart. We should be expecting that this lap, I do believe.
Maybe.
We look
however, we've got to keep a lookout for Sam as well, because he is, well, as I said, in the legit lead, because he has no penalties, and yeah, this would be a great result for Williams then. Yeah, it's been a shock of a day for Mercedes so far. Marsden all the way down in 10th, and he's got some work to do if he wants to protect his championship lead from Harry making inroads, which right now he will do by 9 points.
So the only issue we've got now that has avoided us having a restart this lap is that Mac did just pit, so he is now catching up to the safety car. Once he has caught up, which should be in the next lap, and the safety car will be coming in.
So guys, we want to know in the Twitch chat, do you reckon Soren can win this? Do you reckon Soren can get those tyres to the end and keep behind the mighty Kaij, Sam, and Harry, really, and Communist? I guess I could put in that group. Do you reckon Soren can do it? It'll be a monumental occasion if he could, and it'd be something I did not see coming. Where did he start actually? 13th.
Yes.
And Taishi started 20th.
Yes. Yeah, it's been some huge comeback drives here for...
And Harry started 14th.
Yes, absolutely.
Mickey started 18th. Lizard started 16th.
Yeah, there's been quite a significant shake-up. There have been a few factors. The rain is starting to get darker. I am wondering if there's some rain on the way. There have been a few factors. This safety car being one. There's been some good strategy calls around the grid. Obviously, Woody Meister's retirement. He was having a decent race. Further down, we had Alpha Sparks making contact with Kaj. That shook things up a bit. And then we have battles such as That F1 Boy and Thrasher and so on. That sort of thing shakes the order up a bit, makes it nice and interesting in terms of order in comparison to where they started.
Indeed it does. Because we've had, as you said, quite a shake-up. Apart from Kaij and Sam, really, they are, apart from Kaij, Sam and Sparks, the rest of the grid have gained or lost 3 positions or more. So yes. It's been a very, very interesting race, but of course we still have 8 laps to go. After the safety car should be in this lap. Oh, never mind. Yep,
yes, it is.
There we go. Just took a little while. Prince is betting £2 that Kaj will win. I like that. All right. So then, safety car lights are off, and we now get ready to go for the restart. Can Soren do it then? Can he hold off the chasing pack? A tier 4 driver, mind you, tier 4 championship leader. Can he do it then? Because it'd be very interesting to see. Of course, you do have very, very fast guys behind. That are, definitely able. Oh dear, Kaij almost runs the back of Sam. Then he's clearly getting eager. When does Soren go then? I think this is one of the first times he's actually been leading a tier 3 race. I don't remember when his last win in tier 3 I think was Russia last season. But here he goes then. Here goes Soren then. Communist comes in.
Oh, what a start! What a start from Soren.
Oh, here comes Kaisen on Taishi. He's going around the outside. He's taking no prisoners there around the outside for Kaisen. What a lovely move that is! But Taishi gets on the curb there, and Taishi, does he ever go back? No, he does not. Kaisen, he got the restart he needed to, but Communist got an absolutely horrendous restart, and he must have had to come in for wing damage. But Soren, then he's getting away from Kaisen as I suspected. Clarkson's now around at the back of the grid.
Contact with some contact with Mac there, coming around turn 5.
Up the inside to the Mistral chicane, and Harry's also lurking.
Ooh.
Side by side. Between them, Sam has his nose in, but Harry then gets a fabulous exit. He might get both of them here on the exit, and he does. Wow. The soft tyres then clearly giving him all the grip he needs.
Just worth noting quickly.
Harry takes 3rd.
Just worth noting. We saw Taishi go off the track there. Surprisingly, he hasn't actually picked up a warning for that when he was defending from Harry. The kind of thing that I'd expect the F1 game to give a slam dunk warning for. But interestingly, he hasn't been given one at all, as he just lets Lizard pass there. Also on the soft tyres.
No surprise there. As now Harry is now going after Kaij, and Lizard is going after Sam. Lizard then, if anything, is Harry's biggest rival right now because he has no penalties either.
Broken Reptile is in the pits, and so is Clarkson, both at wing damage.
Yeah, Lizard is being very impressive at the moment, and he is trying it now.
Sorry, I'm mistaken. The two that came into the pits, in fact, do not have wing damage. They are doing a strategy change.
Okay. Bit odd to do that now, but okay. Not quite DRS yet, but Lizard is gaining on the back of Sam. He's trying it, and Harry then is trying to gain on the back of Kaij. But Kaij is doing very well to keep up with Soren at the front.
And Taishi is off.
Oh dear. Taishi just gets worse then. Clearly that strategy call was not the way to go. And he's now all the way down in 15th position. Now put Riles up into 8th. Where will Riles be actually? He'll be 6th, won't he? So, and Harry right now would be... No, Lizard has now got part of Sam, I should say.
Yes.
He's up into 4th. Legit 3rd once... No, sorry. Legit 2nd, I should say. Because he'd be ahead of Kaij as well. Where has this come from Lizard? He is all of a sudden in a podium.
Big contact, big contact. Sam
and
King Boss hitting each other through turn 12. Got front tyre to rear wheel. Just a virtual safety car out, surprisingly, and the full safety car is out.
That's a full safety car.
This could be huge for strategy choices. And Taishi, beautiful time, and safety car came out just as he was entering the pit lane.
Wait, oh, I've just realised. Thanks for that, Prince. Soren, he has another penalty. I missed that. So, that's going to make life very hard for him now. And all of a sudden, Lizard is in a race-winning position.
He is indeed
on the soft tyres as well. And Sam Steed is in a legit 2nd, but he of course has got the mediums on rather than the softs. So this then, all of a sudden now, Lizard could win this with Riles could be in a really good position as well.
And Taishi has retired in the pits.
Yep. Mercedes on penalties, they could gain massively from this.
I'll just run you through the retirements quickly. So we've got 15 cars left. On lap 10, I believe, Thrasher retired in the pits shortly after. Woodsy went into the barrier, potentially after some contacts. After his first pit stop. Then Sam the Nick and King Boss just had a collision together at turn 12. Front wheel to rear wheel. It's the kind of collision that should be avoided, but I'm not sure any of them could be classed as at fault. Very much racing incident from my perspective. Taishi has just retired in the pit lane. So, I'm just going to run you through the top 10. Dark Soren, what a race he has had so far. There's some incredible strategy calls from him, and some really incredible tyre saving. Cars following him. He's had a good start, qualified on pole. Harry, he's a championship contender. He's in 2nd place. I think Riles has walked away with the championship by now. Lizard in 4th. Lizard's had a great race, and in fact is in a race-winning position now, followed by Sam Steed. A lot of the top 5 actually have gained quite significant positions from where they started. I will just go over that quickly. So you can see Soren has gained 12 positions from his starting position. Harry has gained 11, and Lizard has gained 12. That is a huge amount of improvement from where they started for those members of the top 5.
And right now, Lizard, he is aiming to gain 15 positions. He could win from 16th on the grid.
Some info from Twitch chat. Jero Lizard, his game froze, and now he needs to box.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
he's got wing damage.
Huge shame for Lizard.
So that'll put Sam Steed in the potential lead. However, that's now allowed Harry to close right up to Kaij. Because Soren, I'm sorry Soren, but we can now pretty much take you out of the equation, because he's got 6 seconds worth of pens, so he's basically done now. Right now, it's Sam
Goggy saying Soren and cars will crash. I'm calling it. But if they do crash, I expect
controversy.
Controversy,
is
yes,
what's going to ensue. Yeah. So, one more. We'll have 3 laps left then after this one. Once Communist and Clarkson join the back of the train. Oh,
bless me.
Right. And so right now, where would Riles be? He would be 6th because he would gain 2 positions.
I think we don't need to look at penalties right now. We've seen so far this season how good of a driver Riles is. We'll probably have a few laps at the end, and I truly believe he can make those 7 overtakes he needs. Even if he doesn't win, I think he's in a very, very good chance for a podium here.
Could be. Same with Ryan, because he's also got no pens. But however, Sam then is in a prime position right now. I don't know why Lizard didn't box, to be fair. He could have pitted and again and got onto the back of the train again, but he's chosen not to for some reason. Is he going to try and stick it out there, I wonder, and just hope for the best? Because he might do. Never sleep on Riles. No, absolutely not. Yes, 20. Sorry. How many viewers is that? 31 viewers. What the hell?
To the 31 viewers watching, thank you very much for tuning in. If you think you've got anyone you know who enjoy tuning in, share a cheeky link to them. And also feel free to subscribe at tier 1.
Wingo then, double podium for Mercedes? Maybe. Potentially. But we'll have to find out then. As we now get ready. Soren is pretty much out of the equation. Maybe. But however, we'll have to see then. As we now get ready for the final 3 laps of this race. 30 viewers are eagerly watching to see then who will win this race. Will it be Kaj? Will it be Harry? Will it be Sam? Will it maybe even be Riles? We don't know. We have no idea. But this looked like a very exciting ending. Almost like a Bahrain-esque ending to this race. Harry goated. Yes he is. But, oh, Kaizen right on the back of Soren. But of course he knows as long as he stays within 3 seconds, he will get that position. But here we go then. Soren then, 3 laps to go.
And he goes.
He now floors the throttle. And he gets a great exit once again. 3 laps to go. Soren's leading from Kite and Harry. Lizard then, of course, he does not get a great restart, and he might hold up Sam here. Sam then, does he have a go then? Lizard then almost lets him through then, and Sam is now up into 4th. Oh, Alicio and Lizard! Alicio and Lizard have gone off, which now means Riles and Alpha Sparks are now through. Alicio and Lizard, luckily they had a lot of runoff, but that could have been very, very nasty had there not have been that much runoff. But Soren then, he has got a decent lead so far over Kaid and Harry, but Sam, he's still doing enough, only just, but he's got to make sure he stays there. And Riles now, he's doing enough right now to, I think, get 4th. Which is remarkable, considering the amount of bad
Dark Soren is still the fastest driver on the track, only by virtue of the fact that he leads the Grand Prix, but he also holds the fastest lap. So, despite the penalties, he is the fastest person out there. So it's a shame that he's picked up those penalties. This would be a fantastic win for him.
Yeah, but Sam Steed is still doing enough at the moment. And Riles is doing enough for a podium right now.
Wow.
Just, I think. Yeah, he is. Raz with a podium again. He is by far the king of consistency. But, oh, he's not quite there, though, because Harry, Kaizen, and Soren are right together. And they're going to have the advantage of DRS. Kaizen is closing, but Sam, then he's still doing enough. Only just in order to win this race. Does Raz have a go then on Alpha Sparks up the inside? It's almost like Sparks lets him through, because Raz is now up into P5. And he is almost in a very, very good position. If he can catch Sam, Raz could, I'm not going to say win, because it's going to be a very, very tall order for him to do that. But he's got a lot of hers right now. But Alpha Sparks, then does he have a go back on Riles? The two Americans almost going to try and go side by side here into the Mistral chicane. But Raz then, he gets that one done. Only just. But he's trying to get away from Alpha Sparks and onto the back of Sam. But the top three very, very close now. This is fabulous racing going on to the final lap. And Kaizen absolutely hounding Soren up the inside. He goes.
Oh, and he's done it.
And he's got that. Amstein is still only just within range to get this. Raz is also there. He's almost within range as well. So these three then, they continue to battle, but they're not focusing on the battle behind, because it is closing up. Then does Harry now have a go as well on DRS now been enabled final lap, and this has been a fabulous race.
This is huge for Riles. DRS enabled on the final lap, 8 tenths behind Sam Steed. If he can pass Sam Steed in the first DRS zone, gain a bit of time, then he's in for a win here.
But Kaj at the moment is just about doing enough. He's got 300s in the bag now on Sam. I don't know what it is with Kaj and getting tight win margins, but Sam, then he's so close. This is going to be mighty close at the end of this race. Who is going to win out of Sam or Kaj? But Soren then, he tries to have a go on Kaj.
Currently
not
Kaj,
quite able to do so.
I'll keep you guys updated on the current lead. So currently Kaj will win. Sam Steed
do it by a tenth.
By a tenth of a second indeed.
Does Soren and Harry continue to battle? Kaj is leading by 2 tenths now. So I reckon Kaj might have got this in the bag. But rather than he's trying his absolute best, but I think it's going to be a podium somehow for Riles. But Kaj said he's done everything he needed to do today, and Kaj said he's only just going to take the win. He had to fight for it,
Sam
but it's going to be back-to-back victories. Spa and now Paul Ricard. Kaj said wins at Paul Ricard. Sam Steed then is going to be second with Riles in third. A run to the line.
Amazing.
But Sam, that he gets it by just 1.4 tenths ahead of Riles. Harry then is fourth with Soren in fifth, Ryan in sixth, seventh is Comis, eighth is Sparks, ninth is Clarkson, 10th is Alicio, 11th is Abrot, 12th is Mickey, 13th is Mac, 14th is Reptar, and 15th is Lizard. Again, I need a breather.
Cool. So yeah, guys,
that was phenomenal.
Race here in Paul Ricard. I have to shoot now, so I will see you guys for the race next week. But please stick around for the podium interviews, which Aid will conduct in just a minute. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, just for that, Scott. We'll see you next week.
Yep, see you next week.
Yeah. All right then. So it's been a fantastic race. Harry then with driver of the day, but it's Kaj then who does it again. Kaj wins from Sam Steed, and Riles once again up there, once again extending his championship lead by a further 3 points. He just finds a way, doesn't he? Riles once again key consistency, another podium, but he's been beaten by 2 drivers today, 2 Brits and an American on the podium. What a race, but they boy did they have to fight for it. Sam Steed then getting a podium on his debut, Kaiser getting a podium on his tier 3 debut, and Riles then, as always, in there in third. Only just gained on Harry, but that was a very good race there. Got 2 of them in. See if Kaj comes in as well. That was an interesting dynamic between you two, I must say, at the end of that race. Here's Kaj as well. Yeah, there we go. You sound like Optimus Prime again, Kaj. Alright then, so we'll now go on to third place. Riles, once again another podium, and just like Spot, I bet you just weren't expecting that at all.
No, I wasn't. You know, after that first lap incident, I kind of resolved to finishing maybe midfield, but the safety cars really helped. It was interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, once again, due to your lack of penalties, it definitely helped you. It helped Ryan as well, because you guys kind of made the best of bad situation, because it was 3rd and 6th at the end of that race. But still, yeah, it was you had a decent couple of battles, particularly with Sam at the end. You must be a bit frustrated that you got within 1.4 tenths of him.
Yeah, if I had one more lap, man, just one more.
Oh, what they all say. But still, the most important thing is you have yet again extended your championship lead. So it's now at like 66.
It's always a plus. I'm just vibing, man.
Yeah, you're still cruising to this title. We thought you might have a bit of a hard time of it, considering Harry was right up there in that race, but somehow you still finished ahead of him.
Yeah.
Somehow you still finish ahead of him, and you still extend the championship lead. I think Mercedes still extend their lead at the front, I would imagine, because apart from Sam, it wasn't a great day for the other Williams driver. So, yeah, Thrasher I think that was, but still, Riles, you are basically the key of consistency. I don't even want to know how many podiums you've now got this season.
I think this is 7 or 8.
80% of the time, then.
Yeah.
Christ,
yeah.
that is consistent. I somehow think Jab will get there first, but still, we'll have to see. All right then. So we'll now move on to Sam. Sam, your debut. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, it was alright. It was a very scruffy race from me. At one point, I span when I tried to go for the undercut. I was pushing too much, which kind of affected what happened. If it wasn't for that first safety car, I don't think I would have been where I would have been. But like when the tyres wore, as the race went on, I was a lot better. But on the short run, off a safety car, I just had no pace. That's clearly my weak point. But as the run went on Kaj, I just gained a lot on him when he was on his pads. But I'm just not quick enough off the short run.
I did notice you lost quite a bit of time off your first pit stop, because Alicia was all of a sudden over the back here. Was there a particular reason for that, or did you just not have any pace in the car?
I think half spun. I think I lost about 4 or 5 seconds.
Ah, right. That makes sense. Yeah. But still, yeah, it was a well, I'll kind of get your side of it now, because you must have been a little bit on edge when Ras finished so close to you.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to be that close. I was trying. I really focused